Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you want to see how you can attach these type of panel lights to your interior vehicle for better LED output, stay tuned. Alright guys, so this is going to be the rear cab light and the overhead console on my 2008 Dodge Dakota that we're going to be putting these lights in. The original LED that I put in this rear light is this one here. There you go, it gets easy to focus. It worked great for 6 to 8 months, and then it started to flicker and not work properly. I'm guessing that probably shorted out inside the actual little motherboard that it has. And then in the overhead console, it uses a different type of bulb. It's the push-in bulbs. You can see the little drum. One side worked, the other side did not work, and I figured out it's one of the cables, or not the cables, but one of the little wires that's right here in the corner actually broke on the outside, so it would like touch and it would flicker. But yeah, so we're gonna try to replace these ones also with these really nice bright panel lights. This one's 24 LEDs, this one's 48 LEDs. They have the quick disconnects on the ends of them, so we just got to figure out how to attach them to these. So first we're going to tackle the small one. If you guys want to know how you guys remove these, I do have a video for each one on how you remove these from your vehicle. I'll just kind of go over it with you right now. So this screen here pops in like that. There's a little slot where you can get your small little screwdriver, and you push in and it pops right out. This little arm actually holds it into your top headliner. Once you pop that out, this pops off, and this is like another shelf to where it rests on the other side, and you can just pull it out and then disconnect from the vehicle. Alright guys, so sorry for being loud. I'm running the car because it's hot. I'm running the AC, but now we're gonna see if that actually will work. I'm not sure if these bulbs are the bulbs are, if they're like polarity oriented. If anybody knows, if you can please put them in the comments below. But now we're gonna just plug it in to make sure it works. As you can see, I use a little bit of super glue on the sides. You gotta remember, super glue doesn't stick to foam, so what I was trying to get that plastic piece that the board is, to get stuck to the sides of the actual lens. Okay, so all right, let's see if it works. Oh, that's bright. Okay, so why are you short circuited? What is going on? There we go. Alright guys, so kind of figured it out, but we'll see how long it lasts. Seems pretty bright in the daylight. We'll do it at night to see how bright it is at night, but I'll show you what happened, okay? Alright guys, so when I put this in the truck, it worked for a couple seconds, you'll see, and then it shut off and it was doing weird things. So when I pulled the actual thing out and brought it back to my little workbench here, it came apart. That was the issue. So this one came apart. So yeah, gotta love stuff made from China, right? So can't complain, it was cheap. It's 10 bucks for a pack of, how many were there? I don't even know where they're at. Let's take a look. 1, 2, 3. So for a pack of 5. So can't complain. Well, I can, but it is what it is, right? So, but it's working now. It did flicker kind of weird. So I'm not sure. Maybe the cables. I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. So what I ended up doing is I got some of that super glue and I made sure I glued these ends in, because that seems like that's what either. I don't see glue on here on this end, so I don't know if maybe it was supposed to be like a mechanical fix, because I do see like a ridge to where this was pressed on, and then over time it just kind of let loose and let go, just with me putting it in. So I did add a little bit of super glue just to make sure that I have that better bond, I guess you can say. So all right, so that one's done. Now let's go to this. All right. Hey guys, sorry for the noise again. I'm running a swamp cooler because it's really hot. I live in Arizona, so if you hear that noise in the background, my apologies. Alright, so to take this apart, we're going to remove these star screws here so I can get this whole unit out, and so I can work on what I need to get fixed. Because on this bottom here, I don't know if you can tell, there is a crack right here on the side, there's a crack on this side here, and actually on the base here's a crack. So I bought some JB, good old JB epoxy. I'm going to epoxy all these cracks in. I'm actually going to put a metal washer in there, glue that in, and then I have another metal washer on the actual screw, so I get a little bit better clamping force on there. But yeah, so let's remove this top unit right here. Alright guys, so if you notice, these are kind of like melted over, so these pegs stick out, and it looks like once they put this in, either they ran a hot iron and kind of smushed these down. So I need to cut these so I can pull this out, so I can get these lenses out. So good old razor blade. And see how these sit in here. Alright, so I'll show you how you guys cut that. You know what? I'm gonna try to fix that other one. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so I got the other one off also. And you can see these are the tabs that are broken. So we're gonna try to repair it. Why replace it with the other one? You know what I mean? If I'm trying to show you how to fix it and convert it, it's like might as well do it, because if that happens to you, you know what I mean? So if anything, you'll learn from my mistakes. So remember this, the actual control unit itself, the tabs broke off from here, so they're stuck here. So I took off the 2 T-screws up here, and then they have these clips that go all the way around, and these actually hold the motherboard in. So I'm trying to see if I can get that to pop off. That's one. Oh, there's a second one. Okay, so there's that. We'll set that aside for now. Oh shit. One screw there. All right, guys, and I'm not putting a lot of force on that because I don't want to crush it. So there's that screw there, and then let's put this back together. We'll put that to the side. Okay. All right, guys, so now that I have all this, time to kind of clean up and start reinforcing everything. So these headlights pop off like that, so I'm gonna take these off to the side. Got some isopropyl alcohol, and let's start cleaning. Alright guys, so I have the epoxy curing right now. Now it's time to modify this. I was trying to fit this in here because it's the bigger one, but I don't think I'm going to be able to just because of the way the opening is. It takes too much surface area, and since this is kind of contoured, the lens is kind of small, it comes on the outside and it doesn't give me enough room to actually click it and turn it off. So we're going to go with the smaller one, the 24 LED, but I am gonna have to trim here for it to get I'm sorry, still stutter monster today, so it can get to sit flush and give it a better point of it adhering to it. So alright, so alright guys, now that I have this all glued in to place, I'm gonna go to the truck, connect the plug, and make sure the lights work. Okay, alright, come on. Alright guys, so something happened that I didn't catch on camera, which kind of sucks, but so as you know, I have a spare console from another truck. I have an extra spare wiring harness and the little clip. So the little clip, this little clip that you turn your light on and off, exploded on me. And since it wasn't in its little, like, contained little unit like this right here, I lost springs, I lost plungers, I don't know what else I lost. Because all I could find are these right here, these two spots right here. So I'm guessing that goes like that. That goes in there somehow. But then I'm missing a little spring that holds all this together. Yep. So thank God I had a spare. So, but no, it works. But it just sucked that happened. So, right. Let's go back to putting this together. All right, guys, so that's done, that's complete. There you go. It works for now, I guess. And then this glue, the epoxy, I thought it said it would cure in 15 minutes, but it's still kind of soft. So if anything, I'm gonna give it a good day for it to cure, and then come back tomorrow and then drill that hole out. Maybe sand the rest of these just so that console sits nice and perfect, and then I can start assembling everything back together. And then with these, since I just sliced them off with the razor blade, I'm gonna probably clean up the edges, and then I have extra screw from the other console that I'm gonna use to hold all the way down. All right, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, so it's the next night, or the next day. This is completely dried and cured on the glue, so these aren't bending anymore. I did have to kind of like file these down or shave these down just to get this whole unit to fit nice and flush like I did before. But now I'm just gonna have to drill my little hole out. Remember, I put a metal washer there, the epoxy, and then I put a bunch on the very bottom of the base, because the very bottom of the base started to crack. So when I would go into my truck to turn it on, this would sit there and just kind of flap. And so with this unit right here in the middle, and it's because, well, these are broken, and then that was cracked, and it wasn't sitting perfectly well with the top of the headliner. So let's drill this out. Alright guys, as you can see, it's extremely bright inside of my truck, so they work perfect. There was some issues though that I'll kind of go with you right now. So these they're not bad. It's like kind of like a 3M double-sided tape that's on the back of these. You got your little board where it has all your LEDs. Okay wiring, okay clips. The issue is the connectors. Like I said previously in the video, this one just popped right off. So there's no solder, there was nothing. It was more of a mechanical hold. Like I said, I can see ridges, I don't see any glue. So if anything, you could pop these off, solder the caps or the ends of these, and then put these back on and re-glue these on. That should be fine. And the other thing I noticed also were here we go. So the other wiring harness. Oh, did this glue? No, this guy glues shut. Damn it. Okay. So if you look at the inside of these, can you see it? Hopefully you guys can see if it focuses. There we go. So there's nothing in there to hold this wire from it going forward. This one I actually threw a little bit of super glue on it. I think I probably threw too much on the other one because now it's stuck to the plug, so I'm gonna have to run either some acetone or something in it, or nail polish remover. I think it's acetone anyways, to dissolve the glue so I can pop the wires out. So this is gonna be pretty much be the weak link out of the whole system. Like I said, you have the quick disconnects. I did have to modify and cut part of that plastic just to fit that the light panel in there, but it's really good. So we'll see how long it lasts. When I was doing my test fit with the electrical connection I put in, I did notice that they'll start to kind of flicker a little bit. So I started to kind of just poking at the wires, pushing them. So on my wiring harness, like this here, one of the plugs, whenever I would push on the plug wire, that would make it flicker. So I'm not sure, maybe on the wire, if I have a break on the wire, but we'll see. So I'll keep running it like that until it goes out, and if that's the case, I can pull it out. Everything's attached by screw now instead of being glued. As you can see, I just kind of cut the over glue off, so, and then I screwed it down with the other. So remember, I bought a spare console because I found my year of truck in the junkyard that had the same overhead console. So I bought it, but I have another one, and I use the screws off of that to hold down the main plastic piece. And I did that for if I needed to take it back off, or I needed to do something, I have quick access to it. So for any reason, if this wire goes out, I can pull it apart and maybe resplice that wire, and then go on my merry way. But if anything, I was kind of kicking myself in the butt because I already installed it, but I should have got a hot glue gun and glued the end of this to the plastic. Like kind of just fill it up there. Not necessarily so it would go through the middle where the wire's at, because I think that's what I did, or I made a mistake with the crazy glue, but it would give it that nice bond. So when you're pulling it, it's not just pulling on the wires, it's pulling on the whole actual plug. You know what I mean? But yeah, but I really like it. Really like it. It's really bright. So yeah. So that's how you convert your overhead console from a regular LED bulb to one of these panel bulbs, or panel LED panels, or whatever they're called. I'm not sure. I'll try to link those parts in the description below. I don't have an Amazon affiliates link anymore, so I won't be able to put a actual link to where it goes to Amazon and show you the exact same one. So I'll just kind of type it all out. Like I said, it comes with everything. It comes with all the adapters. If anything, the adapters are the ones that suck more than the panels. But yeah, I hope you guys like it. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Remember to hit that like button. Don't forget to follow. I'll check you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.